Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading that is all about manifesting your most powerful tool as a human being. The ability to create pictures inside your own head. To develop and utilize your imagination. See it, hear it, feel it, taste it. That's what you have to do when you manifest. You want the whole experience, but created in your head. We all are, in some way or another, kind of our own matrix. We create and recreate our world on a moment-to-moment basis, our reality. Now, we are conditioned right from the get-go, right from birth, to respond to life a certain way. And you have people like John D. Rockefeller who said, "I want a nation of workers, not thinkers." You kind of get the idea that those people who we give power to because they have a lot of stuff, so we think they're smarter than us, they're more privileged than us, which is bullshit, but that's the way we've been programmed. So that we end up becoming sheep. We become less valuable. We begin to diminish ourselves voluntarily. Now, we have pressures outside social pressures that continue to do that. Oh, you're not pretty enough, you're not rich enough, you're not famous enough, you're not, and we buy that crap. In all the things that we view in terms of media, in terms of the way government ignores us, actually hates us, to be perfectly honest at this point. All the powers, business, doesn't respect the customers. You've seen them go woke at the expense of their own profits, but they don't care. They're not serving you or me or their customers. They're serving their puppet masters, the richest of the richest. They don't give a damn about you or me. Don't care. They got to make the people with the money and the supposed power, got to make them happy. So they say stupid stuff, do stupid stuff, where they lose customers. But apparently it doesn't matter, because we're not important enough. We're not their goal. And in fact, that got me thinking back a few months ago. What do you think would be the number one rule in business? Everybody would go, oh, profit, make profit. No, you're wrong. That's rule number 2. Rule number 1 in business, cheat the customer, but don't let them know you're cheating them. Because if you can do that, now the profits come. But that has to be the first effort. Cheat your customer, don't let them know you're cheating them. And that becomes more and more prevalent the bigger a business gets. Now you have 3 companies, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, who are integrated. Yes, there's 3 names, but when you take a look at the ownership and stocks and all that, it's all really one company, and they own almost 100% of Wall Street. So they are robbing you of your fortune, of your wealth, actually your security and your soul, for that matter, as well, under the guise of capitalism. Well, if you look back at history, capitalism appeals to the very insecure. If they make 1 billion, that's not enough, so you got to go 2, and 2's not enough, you got to go 4, and if 4's not enough, you got to go 8, and if 8's not enough, you got to go. So you get the idea. And no matter how much they make, it's never enough. Because it's the hole in their soul that needs filling that they're not touching. Will never touch with things. You will fill the hole in your soul with joy, happiness, peace, love, friendship. But you won't do it with things. We haven't learned that lesson yet. And so we give them, we cede to them our power. We surrender to them. We become their slaves, voluntarily, in a manner of speaking. So what manifesting does is say, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to take the power, God-given power, the power to manifest, the power to create my world, my image in my mind. That's the ultimate gift. And we hear a lot about, AI these days, artificial intelligence. You know what? Like everything else they have said to us over the past thousands of years, but certainly the last 4, 5, 6, 20, it's all a lie. Yeah, it can extrapolate and gain little facts and figures and put together some sort of a storyline, but it does not yet match the human mind. They say it will sometime. God forbid that ever happens. I think it's all over. And this is where we find ourselves as society, because this is exactly where they're at right now. They are getting ready to step forward to getting rid of most of the people on the planet. They say by 2050, we have to lose more than 90% of the people on the planet. They got to go away. They're working on it now. You know that. They will replace us with robots. And I mean like pronto, fast, quick. They're already doing it. But I got a pretty good idea. I was working in Detroit at a radio station there when they switched over, the big three car companies switched over from workers to robots in their car plants. I mean, within a period of a couple of years, 2-3 million people lost their jobs. Boom. As soon as they can do that, as soon as they can actually go to robots, they've been trying to make us robots for years. But now they got the real thing, or they think they have the real thing. What separates you is your ability to manifest. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to inspire you, guide you, encourage you, kick you in the butt if I have to. But that's what I'm really involved in. Yes, I know my friends and family here tell me, be sure people like, subscribe, and share, like, subscribe, and share, like, subscribe, and share. Okay, I tell you that. Now they're happy. They'll get off my back. My job, from my point of view, is to inspire you to use the most powerful tool a human being has. And that is your imagination, your manifesting. So we go to the middle card. We got only 5. That's it, just 5. Middle card is the Oracle card. Sets the mood for the reading. It says higher power. Number 4 up in the right-hand corner. 4 is stability. You take a square, man, that's solid, and you make a cube out of the square. That's hard to move that stuff around. Stability. 4. Higher power. In other words, you're tuned in, turned on to what gifts God has given each and every one of us. And that gift can be, I think, really kind of crystallized into one word: intuition. Taking logic and emotion, combining the two. Logic and emotion. Combine the two, you get intuition. The vibes are real, the energy does not lie. Tune in. How many times in your life have you gotten a little thought, an intuitive thought, and you went, well, if, or just this, or whatever, and all of a sudden, bam, that person shows up, that thing shows up, something happens, and you knew it was coming. Happens to us all the time. But we're programmed not to pay attention to our intuition, because if we paid attention to our intuition, we could manifest our life, and we would be uncontrollable. And John Kerry, a former U.S. Senator, traitor to the United States and the world, was at the World Health Organization just last week, said we got to get rid of the U.S. Constitution. Didn't say that exact sentence, but the message was clear. Get rid of the Constitution. It's too hard to rule people who are independent. We don't want that anymore. And they'll sell you shit like, well, it's better for safety, it's better for order, it's better for democracy. All of that is from their point of view. Anybody who has power is not going to give up their power, not voluntarily. So at this point, we're going to have to fight to take back what is ours. The number one tool is your intuition. Alrighty? It's that higher power. We're ready to tune in because we do it all the time. But we don't pay attention to it. We don't value it like it really should be valued. Let's go all the way to the left. We're looking at the Two of Wands. Twos always means a decision of some kind. Wands are positivity, enthusiasm, joy, happiness, peace. This person here is making a decision for all of those things. For all of those things. He wants a life where he feels plugged in. Right now, most of us feel like we're just visiting our own lives. We're visitors. And it's become really obvious over the last 4 or 5 years. I've noticed it all around me. People are just disconnected from themselves. Two of Wands, he's looking out at the future and saying, I want a world, I want a life that I feel is mine, that I belong to, that I'm on the field playing the game, not sitting in the stands watching. But we got the next card, the Devil card. And the Devil card is not some sort of an outside us kind of situation. It's bondage, it's despair, it's addiction. It's our own weaknesses. The only real battle we have in life, every single one of us, is with ourselves, not anybody else. It's within ourselves. The crap we believed since we've been born, the crap we've been told after we're born. The propaganda. And over the last 4 years, that should become absolutely painfully obvious to anybody who has a brain. So that's what the devil is. Here you have the Two of Wands saying, I want to go for a happy future, for a contented, not a perfect future, ain't going to happen that way. You know that. Life has ups and downs. But for something that I feel like I'm living in on my terms. But the devil, the negative in us, says, you can't have that shit. Don't even think that way. Don't even think that way. Ignore your higher power. You're coming up to a time over the next 6 months, and watch for next spring. I mean, it's going to get cranky for the rest of this year, but next spring, I think big stuff's coming. The door is finally going to be knocked open for good, but we'll get to that at another time. You are being given the chance to develop the muscles, the spiritual muscles, if you will, to develop an inner strength. You're going to need them. Because the final card is the Fool, my favorite card in the tarot deck, because a fool is not a fool. He appears that way to the unenlightened, unspiritual. The Fool is the essence of positivity, happiness, joy. He believes in the higher power. He believes that he has a connection to the higher power. He believes in the future. The key is he believes. That's why he doesn't need a whole bunch of stuff. You see, he's just got a little knapsack. All that yellow in the picture around him, he's positive, enthusiastic. And he's going to step forward in faith. People all over the place go, well, I got faith. God's going to come in. No, God's already here. Faith comes from your actions. Don't talk it, you do it. You don't have to say a word. You look back in history at all the people who have had real faith. And for Christians, let's center around Jesus. He didn't just talk it. He lived it and died it. That's the test. Do you believe in your higher power? Are you tuned in? Are you turned on? You're going to have your chance. Don't screw it up. That's the Manifested Tarot reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another tarot reading. Between now and the next time you and I do this together, peace and blessings.